Hi, we are Tori and Dylan, and we are adventure seekers looking to experience more of this beautiful planet in our self-converted sprinter van. Last week, we left you with installing our sliding door window. This week, we take you along as we finish our van build and install our water
Green
system.
light means go!
Not before we realized we made a massive mistake.
So Dylan said he has to put a new pump in already. We were running the water, and then all of a sudden it just stopped.
Come along on the journey through the ups and downs as we finally finish our van build to be 100% off-grid.
All right, so another day, here we are. We got quite a bit done on our van list. The one on my phone's a little longer than the one we wrote, and it's also looking very good. We're gonna pull the van out and keep clicking away on finishing everything up. We're working on propane and a couple just rehooking up all the water stuff. Everything's mounted, and I think the paint department is gonna be open for business today as well. Finishing up all the little touch-ups in the van and getting all the trim done. So the last few days gonna be a good push. We don't have the best weather, and some smoke from Canada moved in, but we're gonna make the best of it because it isn't raining. So, get this baby pulled out, start working. It's looking good.
Getting there. What are you up to, Dad?
Just trying to do the final fittings on the door. Just making the back lock accessible so that if we ever have door issues, be able to get to it. So that's, I'm happy with that.
So we're picking up a little bit later than what we had hoped to. We ended up going to the hardware store this morning and tackling like a bunch of different jobs. And when we got back, we just immediately went to work. And so kind of check out what we've been up to. All right, so Dylan has been hard at work working on the windows. When we cut our window or our wall panels, we didn't leave enough space, and so for our window frames, and so we kind of knew that. We knew that this day was coming, and it's not a fun one. And we've also been working on some framing. So as you see, we were putting up some framing. I'll wait to show you guys like the finished project. I've got some of these pieces in the paint station. So all fun things. Last night we actually completed our door panels. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, this side too. So we still have quite a bit of work to do, and so we'll try to take you guys along as much as we can. But tomorrow is going to be a really big day because we're actually going to be doing a lot of just touch-up projects and closing everything up. So we'll be able to kind of pull you guys in for more of that goodness. But it's kind of hard to film when we're just kind of doing really, really tedious tasks. But that's part of it. That's part of the van build, is this fun part. Dylan is absolutely loving life. He told me so earlier.
Wish I drank beer. Beer sounds nice.
Yeah, beer does kind of sound nice. But you know what also has been really sounding nice is a LaCroix. So we might have to go and find those later. All right. So this is paint station today. We've got window frames and trim pieces here that are gonna go up in the van. They're gonna be painted white, but thought I'd just show you how amazing these turned out for Dylan and I. Oh, we're hyped. We're hyped. And then Dylan working away. And what is it that we're doing over here?
I'm trying to give us running water today.
Lucky
So
girl.
I'm rewiring in the water pump, and I just wired in the UV filter. It'll all get remounted right here, and we're gonna have running water, and then I'm gonna also have hot water today.
I'm a very lucky girl.
If we go get propane, I guess. But as soon as we get propane, we'll have hot water. So welcome to a new part of the shop. I am working on mounting our gray water tanks. I say tanks because it's plural. I bought two 10-gallon tanks. I've been trying to figure out where to place them underneath the van. The first one that I did was kind of just a get-by tank so that we could do our trial trip in October that we did for about 3 weeks in the van. And we hated it. It didn't drain properly, so we had to angle the van, and it was terrible. Again, temporary. So I've been trying to think about how to mount these two. I found the perfect spot on the driver's side of our Sprinter. It fits two tanks just perfect. So one goes from our shower and one will run from our kitchen sink, just so we didn't have to worry about dumping them all the time. We'll be using our sink more than the shower probably. So version 2 is I found some aluminum bars. I could have gone with a little bit heavier metal, but then I wouldn't have been able to bend it as easy. So this is what we went with. As of now, I am just creating a bracket that runs lengthwise and attaches up to the van. I've seen a lot of people do screw threading that then they use as the bracket system, and I don't need to at this point. I thought I was going to, but the tanks wedge in perfect between two of the frame rails, so I don't have any lateral movement. It would just be about them falling at this point. So I'm gonna stick this right up underneath it. I already trial run the first tank and it looks great, so I figured I'd pick up and show you guys what I'm doing for the second one. So I already went and measured my tank. I have this first bend complete, and I put a little L at the top just so that that's what mounts actually into the van. Just screw up right here. And so I've already measured, and I'm gonna bend the second one. I have to then take another measurement and see where I need to make the final L so that it screws into the van again. I might have to cut a little bit of this one off just because of the second tank placement is a little bit at an angle, so I'm gonna have a shorter leg on this one. And voila. Again, I don't think I would have been able to bend any thicker of metal. I just went with like 1/8 inch aluminum. There's only going to be 80 pounds max in these tanks, so this should absolutely be enough weight. I'm going to go catch this other measurement, and hopefully next time you catch this, it'll be the final product. So, like I said, I'm going to take you into the van and show you what I've been cooking up. I think it's going to work out pretty great. There's tank 1. Here's tank 2. So as I was saying before, here's the outer edge of the van, and here's one of its support structures. So I just ran my metal strap right down the middle since I don't have to worry about it coming side to side. That is my shower drain right there to come into tank 1. And as you creep over here, That's what tank number 2 looks like from the front with the strapping. And here's the hole for our sink that I will be running plumbing through to come into this top outlet here. For now, just to save time, I've got basic ball valves that we're going to install on both of them for a drain, but ultimately I have the motorized ones as well so that Tori and I don't have to come down here and manually do it every time. Pretty stoked at how it turned out.
Oh, we're testing the entire system?
I can't not.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean?
Great, let's go for it.
Here we go. Woo! Green light means go!
Is that the water pump?
Yeah.
Is it filling up with water?
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, I fucked that up. Wow, I fucked that up bad. All right.
You want to talk to me?
It only pumps one way, so I just flipped it upside down, and so technically it's pumping into the tank right now.
Oh, shit.
But what that also means is that all of my plumbing that I ran up high like this is now wrong because it needs to be down low if I flip the pump around. There's a bunch of water in here now, and I don't have an on-off valve right here at the main tank, which I should. That's a foresight, I guess, that I've overlooked twice now. So I don't think there's any water in this accumulator tank yet, which means the pressure of the water hasn't come up the tubes, I don't think.
But we can't, like, detach everything because the water tank is full of water.
Yeah, well, I'm about to have to clip right here and detach something.
Okay.
Do you think the water's just going to push out because of gravity? Because that'd be really bad, because then all of a sudden
do we have like a plug or something that we can like stop it? Yeah. Or like can we turn it up like so that it's not like coming down?
We would just have 25 gallons of water dumping into the fucking van.
Oh shoot, okay.
So to reiterate what just happened, Dylan, when installing the system, just made a minor error. It's okay. But the pump is upside down. And so then the water was basically pumping like back into the water tank, but there wasn't any water in there. So it was just like pushing whatever, air, I guess you would say, right, Dylan? Yeah. Pushing air through the water tank or through the water. And so basically a quick fix because we just filled up our water tank and when we realized what happened. And so what we're going to do is flip the pump upside down just to quickly fix it because it won't really be in a good spot. Pump the water out, reinstall it, and then try the system again. So it couldn't be like a easier fix, I think. I think that's a great solution though. So good job on thinking on the fly. He came up with that in like 4 minutes. So
dumbass Dilly strikes again.
We all make mistakes. We're all human.
Okay. So Dylan said he has to put a new pump in already. We were running the water and then all of a sudden it just stopped. You have another pump already?
You think I was going to travel all the way to South America and rely on one water pump the whole time?
My man's a genius, apparently. Let's see if this works.
I'm gonna need my wire cutters. I'm gonna snip this wire pump's power line. I already pulled the fuse. We checked the fuse to make sure that's not what it was. And then we're gonna take this water pump out, throw the other new one in really quick, and then I'll wire it in so that we just have more space to work in and no water coming out. And then we'll make sure it pumps all the water out. Figure out rerouting it tomorrow in the morning just because I had this much PEX left. Go Dilly.
Good morning, everybody. We have hit the ground running today. So last night, so basically the events that happened last night was, as we said, that we installed the water pump upside down. Okay, so we fixed that, and then the fuse blew, but we didn't know that the fuse had blown because we checked the wrong fuse. And so then Dylan had a backup water tank, so he just put that in there.
I had a backup water pump.
Water pump. Checked the fuse, realized the fuse is blown, got that going, got the water running so that we could evacuate all the water out so that we could fix the water pump and install it correctly. And then we were like, hey, let's check the shower out. And then our shower literally did this. Ridiculous. I don't know if you can see that right there. It just, it's supposed to look like that. And it just blew off.
In my head.
In Dylan's hands, literally.
So we had shut-off valves. I installed quite a few just in various spots in the van so that we can isolate different parts of the water system. So we shut it off, didn't spray too much water everywhere, so that's awesome, but now we don't have a shower for another week. Because that's a very specific thermostatic mixer valve that is out of wall and they don't carry it just in every store. So gotta wait a week. Sorry, baby.
So yeah, it was an eventful evening. It hit 10 o'clock and both Dylan and I were like, we're done. So we woke up early. Dylan's already been to the hardware store and got the things that he needed and how he's gonna go work on the plumbing. We've installed a few things on our kitchen, so we'll reveal that later, but it's looking good. So this is our space. Like last night we were showing you where everything goes. So he's mounting everything on this wall, which is actually our wheel well. And then down here is our, sorry guys, down there is the water tank intake valve. He's gonna put an on-off switch there, because that would help us a lot in regards to just.
It's all out, not in, but yes.
So outtake, that is the outtake. So yeah, this is the new setup he's got.
So if we ever have any issues again, I had a minor lapse in judgment the first time I didn't put an on-off switch right close to the tank. So, problem fixed. Got our inline filter there. And then this will come in. Go something like that.
In the right way up.
Up to here. Exciting stuff, I tell ya.
This is a wonky angle, sorry guys.
It was more exciting yesterday when it should have worked.
I have to admit that the drama of yesterday, not my fave. But I hope it made for some great content for you guys, kept you on your toes, because it surely kept us on our toes. And just like that, we are done, at least here. The van, would you say, what percentage is the van at right now?
96 and a half.
Yeah, we literally have just like a few more little touch-up things to do, and
Finishing the garage, just like walling in things, but everything's functioning and working. It's just putting up walls to cover the batteries, I guess, so that we can stack more stuff on it.
you can tell we're just like so tired. This is going like, we've been pulling like 8-10 hour days, which doesn't seem like a lot sometimes, but it adds up for sure.
Yes, it does.
So this is our family friend's house, and so we just completely cleaned their entire shop. They're actually away on vacation right now.
So,
And the van is all packed up, Sunny's all packed up. And we got the entourage of vehicles up here to help us move everything back, and now we're headed back to the Shields Valley area where my parents are at, and we're gonna have a break night tonight, and we're gonna have a break night tonight, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow
maybe.
sometime.
Well, yeah, we're going to be packing up the van,
Yeah,
getting
we'll
it going,
get that all started because that's gonna be,
get out of here in the next few days.
yes. It's time to go camping. I think that's what we really want the most. Is just
I wouldn't
to
call
go
it camping.
camping.
It's not camping anymore if it's in the van. That's just living. That's just sleeping at night.
I mean, like, I just want to be off
I know.
in the boonies. All right, everybody. Catch you soon.